During the elections, our hero, Joe Exotic.
This dude, man.
Our
like,
hero.
I unironically love. And can I just say something?
Free Joe Exotic?
Free Joe Exotic, but I like Cardi B now.
Because she's trying to...
She's literally trying to get this man sprung. And I'm like, holy shit. I see eye to eye with Cardi B about something.
Well, this is from 2016. This is from his Joe Exotic TV. This is when he was running for president.
And welcome to video message number 29. This one goes out once again to all the presidential candidates and the politicians and the city council members and everybody of the United States, as well as some of you American citizens, because you can learn just as much from these videos as the politicians can.
Hell yeah.
Let me start off by saying, in no means during any of these videos am I in the United States government, law enforcement agencies,
that's always
or
a good
anybody.
start.
This is already starting great.
It's always a great start to a fucking video.
Just because I wear a firearm. I live in the state of Oklahoma and I have a permit to carry a firearm, especially on my own property. I work very good with the United States Department of Agriculture's inspectors. I have never had anything but a good time working with my inspector. The problem here is there's a dickhead out there in Ohio called Tim Harrison. Runs the Outreach for Animals program, a non-profit organization, okay? But he is the one that pushed this stupid-ass law in Ohio to take all the people's animals away.
Now, I want to point something out. He ran for the governor of Oklahoma, and he didn't win, but he got 19% of the vote.
Jesus Christ. That's awesome. Got close, man. That's pretty damn close.
From you, all right? Brags to be an ex-cop, a firefighter, a paramedic, and all that bullshit. And he's the one that starred in that stupid-ass movie called The Elephant in the Living Room. Now, if he knows anything about animals, you'd notice first thing is you don't set out in the fucking woods with a noose pole trying to catch a mountain lion. What do you expect him to do? Just walk up and put his head in a fucking noose? But what he has done is he's conspired this little thing with the United States Department of Agriculture that I'm dangerous. I got banned from the Big Cat Symposium that they put on up there in Kansas City because I'm so-called dangerous. I am far from dangerous for any kind of law enforcement agency or the government, but I'll guarantee you and I'll back up his promise. The first time Wayne Pacelli or any of his fucking nuts or Carol Baskin or PETA crawl this fence and try and hurt any of my animals again, you can guarantee you I'm gonna put a cap in your ass the first time to make you squirm around on the ground, and then I'm gonna put a right between your fucking eyes. They burned me down once. You politicians and you governors and all these other people that make laws need to understand that these motherfuckers are crawling in the fences at night at facilities just like mine and poisoning the animals and burning shit down. March of 26th, they crawled in our park while I was gone at a funeral overnight in Chicago, and they blew up my alligator house and my recording studio.
These are problems that everyday Americans have, and I don't know how... Thank you. Thank you. These are problems that everyday Americans have.
I unironically and unapologetically fucking love this man. Love this man.
Carol Baskins is a criminal, and she should be doing the time.
This is, I'm sorry. I fucking love this guy.
And killed 7 alligators and 1 crocodile and burned that shit to the ground. We got one of them dickheads on videotape, and to this day, nothing has been done to it. You know why? Because we had a federal agent stand right there in the office here a while back and tell us that they would not prosecute PETA because it's too fucking political. Now, we got a problem here in this country when we have somebody that's been declared a domestic terrorist that is too political to prosecute. When the hell is it right to crawl in somebody's place?
He's not wrong about anything he's saying.
No.
He's right.
Again, I know people think it's a bit, but I love Joe Exotic.
Animals, burn shit down, walk on sidewalks in California, anywhere else in the country, and throwing red paint on people just because they choose to wear a fur coat. There is nothing free about this goddamn country anymore. It's all about who you pay and who you know. Let me move on to a senator by the name of John Thune. You know the worst thing you can do is lay in bed and the alarm clock goes off and...
I hate when my alarm clock goes off.
Yeah, when you get an alarm clock.
Alarm clocking all over the place?
Yeah, it wakes you up.
The Today Show's playing and all you see is mayhem, murder, and bullshit. And when I'm talking about bullshit, I'm talking about the politicians and the shit that's going on here in America. Now we're gonna have some senator named John Thune that's gonna introduce some bill to make it illegal for a business to be able to sue somebody for putting a false review on Yelp or TripAdvisor. Let me give you a little education, mister. First of all, you people up there in Washington and the White House and the Senate and the Congress and everything else, you need to work 4 years and then you need to get out and get a real fucking job. So you know...
Term limits! He's calling for term limits! This is why they arrested him. This is why
He was too based, and he was too close to
why they
leading a
arrested
revolution. Because what happens next time he ran for office and he got fucking 40% of the vote?
How do we know he wasn't Keys Not Q?
Know what's going on in the business world in America. Let me tell you something. I've been self-employed for over the last 35 years. And I'm out here in the real world and I know what's right or wrong or bullshit or you can scoop it with a scoop shovel. You know what the problem is with online TripAdvisor and Yelp and all that other bullshit? First thing is you fire an employee, and what do? They get a vendetta against you, so they get on the internet and they post all this negative shit about your business online, and you can't get it off of there.
Ruining American jobs.
He's actually right.
The second thing is you got people just like that rescue facility down there in Florida and the Global Federation of Animal Sanctuaries that's all fucking jealous of what anybody else is doing. And this is all about getting donations shoved over to your facility if you can badmouth somebody else. So what do? They get all their employees, all their volunteers, and all the people that like them online to go over to your TripAdvisor and your internet sites and start putting bad reviews on there that, Jesus Christ, your animals are starving, your cages are dirty, the place looks like shit, the people are...
Look, I've been to the Big Cat Rescue. Let me tell you something. That place looks like shit.
Yeah.
The one in Tampa, I'm not saying Joe Exotic was great at all, but the Big Cat Rescue was a fucking mess. That place was a fucking mess. This is what they took from us, America. This is what they took from us. They locked up a guy for telling the truth, while Carol Baskins allegedly killed her husband and fed him.
We need to free this man.
Free this man. Donald Trump pardon.
If you don't, I already said this and I meant it when I said it, even though it was kind of kidding. If Trump gave him clemency or gave him a pardon, he'd have my vote.
That's all you need.
Because the world's ending anyway. So you want my vote, Trump? You want me to campaign for you? Free Joe Exotic, and I'll fucking vote for you.
American hero.
I love him. I know because I've gotten some emails and shit from people where they're like, it's a bit, right? Like, that guy's a piece of shit. And I'm like, I like him. I know he's a piece of shit, but I like him.